Hey YouTube, Sweetknives here. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, please consider subscribing. I got tons of cool knives that we're reviewing. Tons of stuff you don't see every day. We're talking about outdoor gear. We're talking about survival stuff. All the cool stuff that we all like. So here's the deal. I got a really kind of rare knife. You don't see this one every day anymore. This is the Benchmade fixed Infidel model 133 BK. Let's bust this bad boy open and show you what I'm talking about here. It's the inside of the box. Comes in a nice sheath. Look at that. Infidel. There you have it, guys. There you have it. What do you think of that? Made out of D2 steel. It's got that positive traction grip similar to the Presidios and similar to the that other one. Forget the name of it. The other fixed blade one. God, is that awesome or what? Probably wondering, how did this even come about? I'll tell you how it came about. It came about because I had a really successful folder called the 3300 Infidel. And so when you guys think of Infidel, you think of this one. It's a switchblade. Yeah, I know. That's what I think of too. A little bit of wear. That's what happens over time. So, what's going on here? I'll tell you what's going on here. Benchmade had this model here that a lot of the military used. A lot of pilots carried this knife in case they ever got shot down or whatever reason they needed a self-defense knife. This was going to be the knife that they had on them and that they carried. And it's been a good knife. It's been really good. It's been, you know, I mean, this is like a $500 knife right here. $500. I mean, that's a little bit ridiculous if you ask me, but that's what they cost. That's what they are. They're pretty cool. Some people call them switchblades. Benchmade calls them out the front, you know, because it's out the front. It's got open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. That's how it's open. So anyway, long story short, they wanted to come out with a fixed blade knife, and why not? Why not? A lot of companies have a spear point type fixed blade knife. I mean, these have been popular since the early days of army fighting, right? In the trench wars, you had your trench knives. You know, they'd attach these to guns. You know, these have been around a long time. This type of design, this type of model, and Benchmade even has some. They even have some other dagger type knives. They have other dagger type knives. This happens to be their most elite and expensive, highest price one that they have. And I'll tell you why I think they did this. Number one, it's a cool knife. Some people have said that the reason is because this mechanism can fail. So if you're going to stab or whatever, it could fail. Yeah, is that possible? I suppose. I've never heard it happening, never, not once. Now, what has also happened is there's been a lot of fake knives that have, fake companies that have made infidels like this one that are not real. Those are pieces of shit knives. This one, I've never heard of that ever happening, not once, where the mechanism has failed when you engage. Can it happen? I suppose it could happen someday. Let's not rule it out. thing can fail. This one here is not going to fail as easily because there's no moving parts. It's just a fixed blade knife. So as you engage, it's not going to fail. I mean, it can't. So that's one reason why Benchmade made this knife, because there's a lot of people that wanted a fixed blade knife for that very reason. The second thing, which I think is the reason why this is even more genius on Benchmade's part, they came out with a knife that has the same name, Infidel, as this one of their most popular, highest priced knives, and they put it into a fixed blade, the Infidel fixed blade 133. And this is where I think what's really going on. If I go to a store, most stores don't carry this knife. They don't carry it. And if you find one that carries it, there's a high likelihood that you cannot buy it unless you live in a state that has really lax knife rules. Because they consider this more dangerous than like a gun. Dumb. It's absolutely fucking dumb. But anyway, what Benchmade did is they came out with this one. Anybody can buy this knife. You don't have to worry about those stupid rules about, oh, it's a dangerous weapon. Well, guess what? This is just as dangerous, if not more dangerous than this one. But you can buy this one in any store. So that's the reason, guys. You can buy this anywhere. If your store sells it, any sporting goods store sells this, which they're very hard to find. I don't know, shortages, COVID, whatever, but they're very hard to find. But if you can find it, you'll be able to buy it. You're not going to be hindered by, oh, you got to be a military or law enforcement or firefighter, and God bless every one of those people. That's awesome. But to the people that want to own this knife, the private citizens, they can't own this knife unless they jump through hoops. It's very difficult to own these type of auto knives. Not this one. Anybody can own this one. So I think that's why Benchmade did it. They could sell a knife with the Infidel name to anybody, and you don't have to jump through all these hoops. It's a fixed blade knife. So the point is, this is just as dangerous as this one, but anybody can buy it. So that's pretty much my story. Now I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to show you some up-close pictures on these. This is what the blade looks like on the one that the out the front one, designed by McHenry. Pretty awesome. One of the interesting things about these Benchmade blades that a lot of people don't know, you just think, oh, that's an awesome spear point type blade. Yeah, it is, but did you know it's only sharpened on one side? Turn it around. It's not sharpened on that side. It's only sharpened on that side, which makes it pretty interesting when you get a sharpen. I'm going to show you this one now. Same exact thing. Isn't that nice? I mean, they do such a good job machining that. It's perfect. Sharp as hell, but it's not sharpened on that side. Isn't that weird? Now, they do make these in satin color blades, which that's personal preference, right? Like personal preference if you want the satin or you want the black. I like the black, but as you can see what's happening here, I haven't really used this one too much. And you can see that little speck right there where it must be slightly rubbing. That just happens. That's normal. That's normal. I mean, that just happens. But that's what happens when you have a black coated blade. But same thing here. This is eventually going to wear as you start using it for whatever you're going to use it for. It's going to wear. Even just going in and out of the sheath, it can wear. What a nice looking knife though, huh? Solid. I like that. Everything is black because you have great Jesus, sorry about that. you can hide it. You know, a lot of hiddenness to these type of knives. So it's great, great, great that way. Guys, that's it. I'm starting to ramble. Thanks for checking this out. Thanks for subscribing. Hit the like button if you like this knife, if you like what you see. I think it's outstanding. This is the Benchmade Infidel 133 BK fixed blade, and you can't go wrong if you buy this knife. I mean, it's one hell of a great survival type self-defense knife. So kudos to Benchmade on this one. I do like this one a lot. Probably like it better than the out the front, but I digress. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye.